Hey everybody, we're gonna do just a little video here on my dead Nexus 7. I'm not sure where this video is gonna um, show up in the little batch of new videos that I have coming up. Let's see what kind of shot that we have. Okay, I'm gonna be doing some videos coming up. I'm not gonna go through that list now because I want to do an update video, but right now we're gonna look at this Nexus 7. This is the one that I replaced the screen on. It was working great, and I got my um, I got the tablet that I'm going to be using in the car situated, and just kind of stopped using this. So for over a month, oh god, it might even be a couple months, this thing didn't even get turned on. Some of you might know what happens when you do that. The battery flatlines. It gets so dead, nothing happens. And I just wanted to show you, you know, while I'm talking here, I'm going to hold down the power button. What happens is the screen kind of lights up a little bit. You can't see it unless it's a super dark room, and that's it though. I get nothing. No good. I've plugged it in for like 24 hours using the original Asus power brick and Asus charge cable. Nothing. It's just dead. So there's a couple different things this could be, and I just learned about one trick today, and we're gonna probably end up trying that. But I wanted to do one other simple thing first. So you can see, I just take my word for it. I've held it for like 5 straight minutes with no luck. So the first thing I want to try is making sure that I was trying to do that in shot, but I want to make sure the battery is um, plugged in all the way. And again, some of you might have heard about the Nexus 7's battery getting shoved this way, and this little plug, the actual battery plug, not being plugged in all the way. Mine appears like it's not plugged in all the way right now. Now I've forced it in there and tried to turn it on with no luck, but my battery's jammed way over here, and that's just how it ended up after I did this screen replacement. So I'm gonna peel the battery off and re-stick it closer this way, and really jam that thing in there. Um, I'm in the process of cleaning my basement. This area right here is the cleanest part of the basement. I literally just cleaned it so I could make a video. The rest of it is in progress, and you're not even going to see that. All right, I don't have anything plastic, so I'm gonna use this terrible idea for a screwdriver. So it's been pried up before, so it should come up fairly easily. There we go. Yeah, you can see how that just slid right out of there. All right. We're gonna go ahead and really run that sucker home and then jam the battery over here. And of course it's too high now. That battery plug, I mean, you can see it's out. It's out now. Like it comes out really easy, surprisingly easy. And if this works, I'll just glue the battery in place. I highly doubt this is going to work. All right, plugged in all the way. Let's hit the power button and see what happens. Actually, I should probably try plugging it in too, because if the battery wasn't connected all the way. All right, we're pushing the power button. I'll cut some of this out, obviously, because I'm trying to get it to work here. Nothing. It should do something by now. Let's try plugging it in. Let's try plugging the cord in. Sounds like the snow has started here in Pennsylvania. What's the date today? It's like it's the 23rd. Supposed to be a little storm coming through. All right, let's see if we get anything. Hope you can see that because it does work. usually you get the little, when it's dead and you hit the power button when it's plugged in, you get the little battery charging symbol. But I just saw the screen flash, like do the flicker thing. So we might have to do, people say to like unplug it and plug it in. It doesn't matter how long I hold the power button on this thing for, it's not going to fire up. I'll even hold the power button while I unplug it and plug it in. I tried holding power and volume up. I tried everything I could think of. It's done. It's not going to work. Okay, so here's what we're going to try. I am going to go ahead and pull this battery completely out because I see no reason to leave it in the unit here. Again, I'm going to use this screwdriver. I've got probably 20 or 30 of those plastic spudger things from various buying phone fixes and things, and who knows where they are. All right, let's unplug it. Okay. So, hopefully I didn't rip anything off of this battery. Let's peel this back and make sure the wires are still attached. Okay. Okay, sorry, just having a little peek in there. It's an interesting little setup. So we're gonna let this sit off to the side, and what we're gonna do is, oh, and I should also add another thing I tried. I made up this little pogo, side connector situation here, and I tried charging through the side connector to make sure that it wasn't the USB that was bad, because this one was used and it's all smashed when I got it. So who knows what happened to the thing. But I got 0 results out of this also. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a USB cord that I've cut the end off, and you probably know where I'm going with this. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to jump start this battery. I don't know if this is going to work, but this thing's DOA. It's junk at this point. Really, I just want to turn it on because I'm having a problem with my setup on the tablet that I'm using. I did an update on the launcher that I'm using, Apex launcher, and it screwed up my entire background. I had this beautiful background set up with invisible buttons and everything, and for some reason nothing lines up. So I want to turn this on to verify which version of that I'm running and try to use the backup file from this on the other one. So anyway, you cut the end off, and what you're doing is you got 4 wires in here. This one also had the shielding. Cut all that off. You can cut the yellow or the green and the white wire. Those are data plus, data negative. And you wind up with a red and a black wire. And that's your plus 5 volts and your ground. Just to verify, I think you can see that. I've got it plugged in, 5.2 volts. What we're going to do is we're going to hook these directly to this power cable. And again, this is what I've heard online. I don't know if I believe it or not, but there's 2 reds and 2 blacks. Supposedly, there's there's 2 different cells, like cell 1 and cell 2, and you do the 2 outer ones and then the 2 inner ones together. You do them both for like 20 minutes to a half an hour each. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on blind faith. I'm going to have my, fire extinguisher handy because this is I believe this is a LiPo battery. Right? LiPo? Yeah, this is a LiPo battery. Oh, that was probably loud. Interestingly enough, this is rated at 3.75 volts. It's a 4270 milliamp hour. Oh my goodness, be quiet. So it's a, it's got some, capacity to it, but it's only 3.75 volts, and we're pumping 5 volts into it. So this it reminds me of how you can take nickel cadmium batteries, um, and you can shock them with like a 12-volt car battery or a high amp car charger, and it decrystallizes the cells. It kind of reminds me of doing that, but I don't think that happens with lipo. So I don't know. I don't exactly know the theory behind why this supposedly works, but people have had good luck. So we're going to try it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up. I'll show you how I have it hooked up, and then I'm going to stop the video and it's unnecessary. I'm going to stop the video and just kind of let her run and then come back. Okay. I think I'm going to use these push pins. I might cut them. See if these can go in there. I mean, they go in there, but are they making contact? I think so. Can I check it? You know what? I'm looking at this now. That 1-cell, 2-cell thing is baloney. These are actually, I don't know which angle can see me better here. They're actually joined. I think it just supplies 2 different circuits that are isolated. This might actually be ground for the USB, or this might be part of the USB grounding circuit, and this other one might be part of the side connector grounding circuit. And I could test that. Maybe I'll test that when it's just for informational purposes, but these are definitely joined back here. If they're not, then that's the most non-conductive blob of solder I've ever seen. So I think that might be baloney. But I am getting good connection, looks like. Let me do this one here. Jam. Oh, I went a little far with that one. Jam it on in there and see what we get here. See if I can burn my workbench down tonight messing with a LiPo. Okay, not good connection on this one. It's either that or I can't get to this. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to cover that back up. That's very interesting. I'll have to look into that a little further just out of curiosity's sake. All right, and we're just gonna give this a little wrap around each one of these. I could have used paper clips too. I might have been able to secure and I also could have like soldered the wires to something, but like some thin solid core wire. But that's not how we're going to do it. Okay. Anyway, let's check the time. 9:30. I'll come back in 15-20 minutes and we'll see what we got. We'll either have smoke and fire or a working Nexus 7. Okay. Hopefully you can still see. It's been about a half hour. A little more. I'm having my doubts about this, to be honest with you. But let's try it. So unplug it. Pull these pins out. Okay. Put the cover back on the battery. Move the voltmeter. Pay no attention to the extra wires. Let's plug her in. All the way in. Push the battery all the way to the side. Tape it down. I'm just going to put the cover back on because if this doesn't work, I'm giving up. All right. Moment of truth. Let's give it a go. Holy mackerel. It worked. I cannot believe that. Okay, so jump starting the Nexus 7 battery completely worked in this case. This thing was dead. I thought for sure there was no way I was going to be able to use this again. And I don't know what that meant, that sound. Probably that. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I think that meant that the battery was too dead. I don't think it's completely ready to be used yet. Let's see if it takes a charge now. There you go. At least it's taking a charge. Let's see where it registers. Or if it'll work now. I remember before with this thing, if it wasn't fully charged, well, I'm sorry, if it was dead, it took a while to come on. So this is the most activity I've gotten out of it, though. So there you have it. That worked perfectly. I read online that some people had luck and some people didn't, and I mean, proof positive that it at least worked for me. Okay, I'm gonna let this rock and roll for a few minutes here. Obviously the USB port's working because getting that whole symbol. We'll let it charge here. I'm gonna let it go probably overnight and then see if it works. But you know, that at least proof of concept there that you can at least work some type of life back into this tablet by doing that little trick. So there you go. Try it out. Good luck. Leave a comment below. Let me know if it worked for you, if you tried it. This wasn't my idea. Like I said, I found I'll try to post a link or give credit to who I found the idea from. There was like one or two. Actually, I think there might have only been one video that showed that. I'm not sure. Forgot the guy's name. But leave a comment. Let me know if it worked. And if you found it useful, maybe subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching.